Hi, Pastor Nathan Decker with your hashtag Better Together devotion for today. And what would it be like to be queen for a day? Well, maybe that's not such a good thing because when you look at the book of Esther, what you find is a king who apparently is going through queens quite often. You have the story of the queen that danced in an erotic way that upset the king, so he banished her. And then you have this contest that takes place, and Esther wins the contest, and Esther becomes queen. But Esther wants to be queen not just for a day, but for more than a day. Queen, she wants to be the queen that makes a difference. And wouldn't you know it, that through her uncle Mordecai and the bad guy in the story, Haman, there becomes an opportunity for her. But for that opportunity, she has to risk everything. You see, the king only receives those who come by invitation. He has to invite them, and he hasn't invited her in such a long time that Haman's got this plan. He's going to eliminate all the Jews. He's going to eliminate them. And so there's this tension in the story and this timeline in the story, and she has to make a decision. Will she risk everything? Will she go and see the king? Will she take this moment? Her uncle Mordecai even says, who knows, maybe perhaps such a time as this is why you were created, why you were put in the place you were. And Esther takes the risk. She goes in, and the king does something that probably was just ordinary, normal for him in his mind, but it was profound for Queen Esther. He extends his scepter for her to touch, meaning that she has gained access and will not be punished for interrupting the court. And the rest of the story, obviously, is that she saves the day, and Haman, Haman gets hung on the gallows that he built for the Jews. But it's the story that I want to focus on. The part I want to focus on today is that Esther chooses to risk everything. Esther chooses to risk for greatness. I think many of us are comfortable, too comfortable. We sat back on our laurels. I know as churches, we all got way too comfortable before the pandemic, and the pandemic shook us up in a good way because we got to get uncomfortable. We've got to get experimenting and risk-taking and going more diligently into the community in new ways. We've got to risk everything for the gospel of Jesus Christ. We've got to take steps to go where we haven't been before and share the good news that God is. We have to be like Esther, willing to go and risk all so that we can be queen not just for a single day, but so that we can be a queen who brings salvation and eternity to the people of God. Think about these things as you go about your day today. Look for opportunities to take a risk in your faith walk, to share your salvation story, to share your faith, to invite somebody to be a part of something that they haven't yet been invited to. Be like Esther, a woman who risked everything to be more than just queen for a day. Be better together. Amen.